What's up everyone, welcome to another video. After a very long time I'm making a solo video. It makes me very happy because I love making video, be it's a podcast or educational video or a vlog video or a dog video, any type of video. I just love making video, but it's been a very long time since I've shot this video, so I feel a little weird. But anyway, in this video we're going to talk about 5 things if you are an intern, or if you possibly and potentially whenever you get an internship, these are the 5 things you need to keep in mind, which will help you to make your first impression in a way that they will want to keep you full time. Let's get started. If you want to skip to the main topic, right here is the timestamps, jump right into the topic. I want to give a life update, what's going on with the life and why am I not uploading so frequently, why am I not coming live on Instagram. There's a lot going on, so that's why I want to give you a life update and then we'll talk about the main topic. Okay, so number one is just 10 days back we got a puppy. His name is Bruno. I also have his YouTube channel, Bruno J, link in the description. If you like dog stuff, subscribe to his channel. As a new puppy owner, it is a lot of work. It is taking a lot of time from my daily schedule. So just heads up for whoever is planning to get a dog. It's a lot of work. Second thing is, first week of July I got promoted as a software team manager, which means that there's a lot more responsibility now. I'm involved in hiring, I'm involved in managing software developers under me. I already manage a lot of projects, so I'm still doing my Scrum Master role, but I'm officially now a software team manager. So that basically means a lot of work. And the third reason is that I'm getting used to new routine. One with puppy, because puppy wakes up at like 4:30 in the morning, so I have to wake up with him. Sometimes he'll wake up at 2 in the morning, sometimes he'll wake up at 3 in the morning. So he, as a puppy, while he's growing up, he's getting used to my schedule, I'm getting used to his schedule. So we are adapting to this new routine. So I've been sleep deprived in last 10 days. A lot of times I sleep only 4 hours, 5 hours. So I feel very exhausted. My creativity level has gone down, my productivity level has gone down. But after a down, you gotta attack back and come back up again. So that's what I'm working on. I'm coming back and trying to figure out this new routine. So anyway, all of this is happening, and that's why you're seeing me less and less active on social media. But I am slowly coming back and coming back stronger. So just give me some time and we will fight back this stronger together. Alright, now let's dive into these 5 things which as an intern you should be doing when you are doing your internship or whenever you become an intern. These are the 5 things which will help you become a permanent employee in the company. If you don't know my career path, I started as a project management intern, and then in 6 months I got a full-time job offer as a project coordinator. Then I got a full-time off. Then I got promoted to project manager. Then I got promoted to team lead, and then I got promoted to software department team lead, and then now I'm a software team manager. So it's kind of a trajectory. In 3 years I've gotten 4 or 5 promotions, and it shows I think it all started when I was an intern. If I did not had those right impressions in front of different stakeholders, I don't think I would have survived this long. But luckily, I'm very fortunate, very blessed. God is good. I've got this promotion where in this crazy time where people are losing their job, I am still having my job, and in fact, companies valuing my skills and asset, seeing me as an asset. That's a blessing. Okay, now that you know what's going on with my life, let's dive into this topic. The number one thing which I recommend you to do is actually what my boss and supervisor at that time recommended. There's no such thing called stupid question. There's a quote which says something like ask stupid questions instead of making stupid mistakes, which means that sometimes as an intern you will be thrown into a lot of different projects and a lot of different stuff. People get nervous because they think that if I ask this question, will my supervisor think that I'm dumb? Will my supervisor think that I'm stupid? Will my coworkers think that I'm stupid? Will my teammates think that I'm stupid? Even though that question might be very basic, you will judge yourself and feel that this might be a stupid question to ask. But that's not the reality. I would highly recommend you to ask any and every questions you have instead of making stupid mistakes. Now, coming to my second point, which is very important, it kind of ties back to the first point. When I say that you need to ask questions, I do not mean that do not do your research. I meant like research and then ask the question. For example, let me give you an example in a development world. If you're given a task to develop something or fix a problem or fix a bug or do an enhancement in your product, you have to set up a development environment. If you're an intern, you probably have never done a development environment set up in enterprise product or something like that. I'm 100% sure each company will have a document which will tell you how to set up your dev environment. Now, instead of asking for help directly and saying like, hey, I've never done this and can you help me set up the dev environment? That's not what I would want you to do. That's not a right question to ask. Instead, I would want you to read through the document, follow the steps, and if you get stuck, and then you can ask your supervisor or your teammate saying like, hey, I followed through all of this step, but I'm getting this error or I'm not able to pass through this thing. I've tried all of this thing. I've also done this research and I've looked up on Google, but I was not able to do it. Can you help me with this? That's a smart question. That's a specific question that shows that you've done the work. You're not lazy and you're not just randomly asking for help. So there's a distinctive difference. There's no stupid question. So if you are like not aware of how to do it, definitely ask it. And if you're first time doing it, then ask it. But if there's something available to look up, then make sure that you look up and do the research and then ask the question. Got it? Moving on to the third point, which is kind of goes without saying, it applies to intern position, on-campus job, any job, no matter where you're doing this job. This applies to everybody. Be prepared and be on time. Be on time is very, very important. In America, actually, they say that if you are on time, that means you are late. So you need to be at least 2 minutes early. That's what kind of American saying is. Depending on what your internship is about, development, PA, project management, product management, you will be invited to several meetings. You will be asked to dial into some calls. You will be asked to come in early for some special occasions. Always be on time. At least try to be 5 minutes early, no matter what is going on. If genuinely you have some reasons that you cannot be on time, then give a heads up to your supervisor saying that, hey, I cannot be on time because I have class, I have exam, I have done things to do with professor. As long as you are on time and you show up, that shows that you are really dedicated. You will go above and beyond to complete your projects. It just shows a good work ethic. Let's talk about be prepared. What I mean by that is whenever you are invited to different meetings or to different discussions, there's two things which you definitely need to have, unless you have like an iPad or a digital thing, notepad and a pen, because you will be discussing a lot of things and you are not, if it is a 30 minutes meeting or a 1 hour meeting, you're not going to remember everything unless your brain is like super powerful that you can remember every single thing they said. There will be a lot of decisions made. You need to take notes, like bullet point notes, that okay, they talked about this is a decision, they talk about this is a decision. Being prepared is, goes long way. Now, for example, if you have to present something or you have to demo something, then don't start preparing 30 minutes before. Take a 1 hour to 2 hours a day before, prepare for that meeting so that you are ready to talk through your discussion points. Because there's no point, because if you're invited to a meeting, it's not because they want a body to be there. They want your opinion. They feel that your opinion are going to be valuable, your suggestions and recommendations are going to be valuable. So you need to go prepare so that you can put your thoughts and opinion in it. Number 4, this is very important again, and it definitely, I applied this, all of this which I'm saying is I've applied it and I've tried and tested it. Of course, you see the result and it definitely worked for me, and I hope this will work for you. Do not stick to your department. Do not stick to your desk. Go and talk to people, socialize with people and network with people. What I mean by that, if you are in project management team, I did not stay with my department. I went to development team, I went to QA team, I went to design team, I went to sales team, I went to support team. every single team I went and tried to talk to different team, because that shows, I mean, it's just gonna be natural that you are going to build relationship with a lot of your coworkers, and that will actually help you in a longer run, because you'll start to understand how overall company works, how overall business works, how overall product works. That shows your curiosity, that shows your go-getting attitude. Now, I don't mean just go and gossip. I'm saying be curious. Like, obviously network with people, but being curious is very important part. Like, as a project manager, my job was to implement, different projects. We had a product we had to implement at client side, but I didn't know anything about product. So what I did is I went to design team. It's like, hey, can I get some visual diagrams so I can understand the flow of the product? Then I talked to software developers, like, hey, can you explain me how you did this? I would talk to support. What kind of questions do you get from customers? I talk to sales team. What kind of sales pitch do you have for our? Can I read your sales deck? Go above and beyond and do this extra step. Be curious and be involved with different departments. Last but not least, which is working hard. I know a lot of people are going to be commenting that, hey, smart work is more important than hard work. Sure, it is important, but what I mean by that hard work is showing your work ethic, never giving up attitude. Like, if you're given a task, no matter what, you're going to work your ass off to get the stuff done. That makes that you will become like a team member for a member, a player, or like a top member for a manager. Like, for me, I mean, I'm not gonna say that I have favorites, but I know that there's someone who I can just call middle of the night and he'll get the stuff done if client calls me today. So you want to be in that list of your managers that they can blindly rely on you, and you will only be able to do that when you work hard. For example, if you're given a task and you might be given deadline, maybe, and you're not able to figure it out, maybe work a little bit extra, like couple hours extra. I know this is stretching you a little far, but doing that shows your work ethic, never giving up attitude. Don't give the excuse at the end moment. Like, figure it out. Talk to your manager, talk to people, and figure stuff out and get the work done. Hard work is very, very important, and that's what is going to take you a long way. I'll give you an extra tip which kind of relates to all of this, is open communication with your supervisor. Be very transparent and keep communicating with them. Tell them what you're going through. The stronger bond you have with your manager or supervisor, the better you will have opportunities in future. I do not mean that start chuglebazi and start gossiping with your manager, like, hey, this guy is doing this guy is doing that. Not that. I meant telling them, talking about your progress, like, hey, I've done this and I'm stuck this, I feel a little overwhelmed, I feel this. This shows that you are willing to learn and you want to improve. So anyway, the open communication will go a long way, and that has helped me, and I tell this to all my team members, because you want trust of your manager and I want to trust you as an intern. Then there's this bond, and then I can share a lot of stuff with you. Hopefully, doing all this, people will really like you and feel like, okay, we definitely want to keep him after his internship, and people will fight to make a position. If the position is not open, they'll try to create a job position for you in the company. That is it for this one. Thank you again for all the love and support. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep smiling and keep hustling. Khara hustle every single day.